You may not think you act like a victim. You may not think you slip into victim consciousness. You may think you're way above that. However, these here are the 7 most common ways that victim consciousness shows up in our life. So in this video, I'm going to be going off the cuff here, rapid fire, going to go through these 7 ways, and then I'll be subsequent videos that'll deep dive a little deeper into each one. Oh, and by the way, do me a favor. Can you hit that subscribe or like button or whatever these, professional YouTubers tell me to do? Like, hit the subscribe, all that fun stuff. I don't want to be a victim here, but can you please, please, please hit the subscribe button? I made really nice signs for you. If you want, I'll even show you a picture of my dog, Jackson. All right, there you go. There's your Jackson pic. Hit the subscribe. So, the 7 most common ways in which victim consciousness shows up in our everyday life. Number 1, your personal blame story. Do you know what that is? Well, that's your unique individual story of blame, of fear, of worry that you've been telling yourself for a very long time. It likely stems from childhood, and it is unconscious. You've identified with it, and it has become a fabric of your life. Identify your blame story. Number 2, mental chatter. Unconscious, recycled thoughts that happen every second of every day and play on autopilot. It's useless information. It's nonsense. It's negativity. It's the remark someone made to you in passing a couple of days ago. It's that weird look the guy in the grocery store gave you, and you're analyzing it. It's the constant interpretations of our mind that make us worry, that make us blame other people, that make us get mad at other people. They happen out of nowhere, and we are programmed to indulge them. Number 3, compulsive behaviors and addictions. These are the most unconscious habits and behaviors that we do to take us out of the present moment. It's when we're feeling like crap or we have issues going on within us and we want to escape from them. We don't want to think about them. We don't surely want to feel them. So these unconscious behaviors allow us to escape them. It prevents us from feeling our feelings. It's any of the habits and behaviors that you can think of that you do unconsciously. Scrolling through social media, working late hours, consuming lots of alcohol, doing drugs, things like that. Or, simple things like watching too much Netflix just to take your mind away from the present moment. Number 4, collective beliefs. This one is the culturescape. If you read The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, the culturescape, the bullshit rules by society, by our culture, by the tribe we were born into, that tells us we should be believing, that we should be putting our, we should live by, but cause us to worry, cause us to live in fear. Any collective belief that we just take on because our tribe, our friends, our family, who we belong to, our communities take on. It's a dominant belief, and it's just making us live like victims. Number 5, emotional contagion. This comes from collective beliefs. When collective beliefs are running rampant and people are taking on that fear and worry, emotional contagion happens. I'm not going to bring up politics, but think of the 2020 election. Emotional contagion also happens on a more micro level with the people you just surround yourself by. Someone is being negative. Someone's complaining and blaming, or they're worried about something they saw on the news. These are the people closest to us, like our family, our friends, our coworkers. The energy is created, and we find ourselves feeling worried too. Emotional contagion then becomes a party, and it becomes a pity party. So on that micro level, when you're getting together with people and it's just constant complaining, that one friend who's always complaining about their life and how hard they have it, or that one coworker who's just frantic and worried and just chats you up all day long about how hard their day is or how hard their week's been, and you feel compelled, or another person comes in and they're compelled to just complain too. That energy rubs off on us. We get dragged down with them. It's very, very, very common. Pity parties have unfortunately become a way for people to bond. We all do it. We all gossip. We all complain. We just do it. We like talking about negativity and what's wrong with our lives. And number 7, worst case scenarios. We are all programmed in a way to think in terms of worst case scenarios. So something happens in your life, and the first thing we think of is, oh, what's the worst case scenario? What's the worst that can happen to me? Something happens, we go through all the possible scenarios, the worst of the worst of the worst, and we root for there's 10 worst things, like the least of the worst we want. It's just this narrative we tell ourselves that we evaluate everything in our lives based on crappy outcomes, based on all the crappy outcomes. What if this happens? What if that happens? Worst case scenarios make us think like victims. What if we started thinking in best case scenarios? So those are your 7 common ways we fall into victim consciousness. There will be future videos coming real soon that'll go into each one a little more deeper. In the meantime, I wrote an article that you can check out that will be in the link below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.